This is the way to go. Took a few shots from people around me, but it didn't make me fold. Cause some of the pressure rule on my face, Abba has made me bold. Protecting myself, value my health, demons be creeping slow. Gotta watch out, watching your steps, this is a narrow road. All of my life, still in the fight, this is the way we chose. This is the path we chose, yeah. First off, I'm all in, chips down like a boat game. Be careful who you call friends, some people don't move the same. Stormy days, I embrace the rain. Heavy showers, self-release of things. Stretch around me like a choker chain. Hit the mark like a shooting range. Test facts from last year. And they say y'all move different. A lot of trees, they lose leaves. Some people couldn't come with me. Without direction, we fall victim. Strips correct, stand tall with them. I got some flaws, I'm trying to fix them. Kingdom coming, I want to witness. See the signs that time ticking. You who made my mind different. Life crazy, it's a rocket river. Men falling streets, yelling timber. Love my kids, I stay near them. Missing father is a weak member. I'ma heal these weak members. On this path, my feet tilt. Open ears when I talk to them. Action add to my mouth moving. Not speeding, this time cruising. Without tour, your life losing. Got work to do, gotta get my tools. Raw connect just like some glue. Just watch the people who watching you. Then plus, hey, I'm dealing with pain for sure.
Had to lock in with my brothers. Storms making sure they true colors, even the ones who said that they love us. I thank you, Lord, for my shiach to the comfort through all my struggles. Cause I felt the pain and we felt the rain, but we learned to dance in them pubs.
I'm dealing with pain for sure. Struggling in life, day-to-day stuff, but I did find some hope. Thank you, Lord, for mercy. Yeah, this is the way to go. I took a few shots from people around me, but it didn't make me fold. Cause some of the pressure rule on my face, Abba has made me bold. Protecting myself, value my health, demons be creeping slow. Gotta watch out, watching your steps, this is a narrow road. All of my life, still in the fight, this is the way we chose. This is the path we chose. Yeah.
Look, they say I changed, I had to. I keep having dreams, I keep saying things ugly, and this was your past. I wake up and praise up, this was amazing. Like we had you, the father he wants you great. The world feeding you painful. He not a disciple,
Peace, peace, peace and blessings. Good day, Grand Rising. Pray that everybody doing well. Woke up on the right side of the bed, stretched, got yourself together. Not here on these highways and byways as usual. Heading to Michigan, just leaving Texas. Weather pretty good. Still part of Texas, right? My fault. I'm in Arkansas at the moment. Man, just touched down in Arkansas. I know y'all see the thumbnail. And I know y'all see what's going on. I'm not gonna be out here too long. Just want to be on here long enough to send some words of encouragement, motivation, inspiration for those that have the ear to hear and eyes to see. A lot of things is going on at the moment.
This is the path we chose. Stay on the ancient narrow path. The son of DJ in the world.
What's going on? What's going on? J3G, what's going on in the building? Appreciate you stopping in there, bro. Hope all is well with you, man. My bedside grandma, how you doing? How you doing? Hope all is well with you. Thanks for stopping in, checking me out. Haven't seen y'all in a minute. Hope all is well with y'all. That's good. That's good, J3. That's good. How the weather y'all's way? My Renaissance, I'm heading your way. Hey, how you doing? PS5. Thank y'all for stopping in, checking me out. I appreciate that. Hope everybody's doing well. That's good. That's good. That's good PS5. You know, just want to stop in for a minute. I'm not going to hold y'all too long. Just want to come in and hopefully to inspire, encourage, and motivate a lot of y'all who have not started preparing or in the process of preparing. It's a little windy there. J3. Oh, okay. Well, you know, it ain't snowing there, right? That's a good thing. PS5. What's going on? What's going on? Okay. PS5 says nice there. And where you located at PS5? That weather like there. Says pretty nice. Hey, you know, hey, I just want to come in to inspire somebody, one person at least. You know, a lot of things is going on out here, man. And I know, let me tell you, the media is not going to say anything until there's nothing else but to say what's going on. It is pushing closer and closer every day. Every day. And I pray that y'all have ears to hear and eyes to see beyond what this media is not telling you. Because I don't want y'all to be caught up. I don't want y'all to end up being in a situation where you have an opportunity like now to get things prepared. Please, y'all, if y'all haven't got no land, get some land. If y'all have not got land, get some land. Get some land. Find somebody with land. Find someone that you know, family member, friend, that y'all can collab with and purchase some land. If it's just paying the rent to stay on somebody's land for the moment until you find some land, do that. Do that because it's very detrimental. It's very vital. It's very important to find some land because it ain't gonna be no land left. I mean, they have a agenda, and the agenda is to buy up all the land. Only land that's going to be available is land that you don't want. Land that you don't want. It's going to be swamp land. Only thing that's going to be good for is rice or something in that nature that loves water. I'm headed to the country. I'm headed to the country. Sit back and relax and enjoy the ride. You know, right now I'm in Arkansas at the moment. I can't exactly tell you where I'm heading, but I'm heading up in the colder states, northern states. Yeah, I'm heading in that direction where it's gonna be cold and probably snow and ice on the roads. You know, stay with me. You find out when I get there. Find out when I get there. You know, but I mentioned it when I first came on. You know, so maybe that give you a reason to go back and rewatch and see and hear. You see, I'm from Korea. Okay. You living in Korea right now? I don't even know how to say your name. You living in Korea at the moment? Or you in the States and you from Korea? What part of Korea you from? North Korea, South Korea? You know, because a lot of things is going on with Korea right now as well. So this may benefit you. You know, I don't know how it is when it comes to purchasing land over there in Korea, but I don't know if you live in the city in Korea. You said you where? Minsung. From Minsung? I don't know where Minsung. I don't know where that's at. Anybody know where Minsung? J3. You still on here? Where Minsung? Where Minsung, Korea at? You know, any of my military, you know, brothers, you know, or sisters, has been in the military. Where is Minsoon located? Oh, that's what it is. Minsoon. That means Korea. Okay, okay. I'm not for sure. Where's that at? North Korea, South Korea? Or is that a village, a town in Korea? Minsoon? I've never been there. Please forgive my ignorance. Oh, South Korea. Okay, okay. South Korea. All right. How's it over there? How's everything looking over there? Give us some inside news. Can you give us a little bit inside news of what's going on over there? Is you see or hear anything different than what we hear over here on the news outlets? Anything that you can, not to get yourself in any harm, put yourself in any harm's way or anything of that nature. But if there's anything that you may can give us that we don't know what's going on over there in Minsoon, South Korea. I am working Texas, Austin. Oh, okay, you working in Texas, Austin. Oh, you in Austin, Texas. Oh, okay. I just left out of Texas. Just left out of there. And okay. So you have any family that's telling you anything that's going on over there regarding what's that, North Korea, or is that Japan, China and North or South Korea? I'm not too aware of exactly where the locations is at, but I think China and North or South Korea is trying to go at it or whatnot, or the United States trying to get in on anything over there. What you got anything that you can share that you heard that we haven't heard of over here? Just enlighten us a little bit. If not, it's all good. You know what I mean? It's all good. You're still welcome in here. Hey, if you haven't liked the video, please go ahead and tap the screen. Share and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Join the Off-Grid Tribe. I appreciate y'all for even taking the time and the opportunity of coming in, and checking me out here what I have to say or whatnot. Because like I said before, y'all, there's a lot of people that's mentioning it. I don't really have to go too much into detail exactly on what you need to prepare for, because there's a lot of channels out there that are doing that. I'm just warning. I'm just warning and advising those who have the financial means is go out there and purchase some land, because land and come up out of the city. Purchase some land outside of the city, y'all. Purchase some land. Let me show y'all. Purchase some land outside the city. Purchase some land outside the city, y'all, because it's very important to purchase some land, water, something to keep warm, a diesel gas heater, wood stove, something in that nature, food, seeds, protection, whatever you feel in need that's going to protect you and your family, go ahead and do so, because times are getting worse. Times are scarce. People are losing their jobs. People are losing their freaking minds. People are losing their minds. People are going crazy. A lot of things is pushing people to the limit. It's pushing people to the limit, y'all. And people are on a mental breakdown. Those who was on or receiving six-figure incomes are now losing their corporate jobs, has been taken over. A lot of them been taken over by AI. A lot of them been taking over AI. TikTok, people are, leaving TikTok. People are leaving all these social media platforms that was paying, that they was looking for as, the only income coming in. A lot of them are leaving these social media platforms because they was getting this amount. Now they way down low. I mean, way low. So you got to find something that's going to supplement your income, even by you being off grid. Everybody got a gift. Everybody got a skill. Everybody has a talent. It's just about what is it? What is it? And how go about obtaining financial freedom still by you using your gifts and your talents. Because it's going to take that. You may not be able to be out even, with bartering. What is it that you can do? What is it that you can purchase, to barter with? If you don't know what bartering is, then I advise you to go do some research. I advise you to get some books. I mentioned a few books in one of my other videos, which I think is very, there's a lot of good books out here. I'm speaking about the books that I have, and how these books have helped me when it comes to, gardening, chicken, husbandry, just husbandry things, gardening, raised beds, plants, herbs, all of these things that I'm not going to fully elaborate on at the moment because, this platform is not so kind when people mention certain things. So I'm just going to watch that until I maybe get, maybe another outlet to where I can further elaborate on the things that I truly want to, which I can't do right now at this moment. But hey, y'all smart, y'all intelligent. Read between the lines. Read between the lines, and hopefully that y'all will pick up what I'm putting down. Okay, y'all pick up what I'm putting down. There's a lot of channels that's speaking about a lot of things that you may need or that you will need. That's vital for you. Very important for you and your family. So when you get off grid, when you come out the cities, come out of her. Come out of her. Come out of her, my people. For those who believe in the word, those believe in the Bible, those that read the Torah, the Quran, it speaks about coming out of her for a reason. For a reason to come up out of her. Because there's something that's coming that a lot of us not prepared for. And we see it. It's not in black and white no more. It's in full color. It's in full color right now of what's happening. But if we continue to stay ignorant, and I'm not talking to any particular individual that's being ignorant, but just one who don't know, one who don't truly understand on how important that it is to get out. Yeah, people saying, well, okay, I don't have the money to buy land. But if you got money to pay a bill, rent, mortgage, a car note, you got money, you got enough money to buy some land. Owner financing. Go look it up. Owner financing. You got with no credit check. You don't got to put an arm and a leg down to purchase the property. If you got a car note, if you're paying for rims, if you're paying mortgage, if you're paying, anything, the tuition or anything in that nature, you can use the money. Something you gotta prioritize. That's the word. You gotta prioritize what definitely is needed. And I have to say honestly, it's just me. When I say it's for entertainment purposes only, don't do what I do or don't say what I say. I'm not an herbalist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a teacher. I'm not a politician. Hey, I'm just a brother that's out here trying to give some advice to my fellow brothers and sisters who has an ear to hear and eyes to see, able to pick up what I'm putting down. But me personally, I'm just gonna be real. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be real. If I have some student loans, I'm paying $300-400 for, I won't be paying it. That's just me. If there's a place in which I can purchase some land by going through owner financing, and the land is about $200 a month, and I got a student loan that's $200 some a month, that's what I'm doing. You right, you got it. That's what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do that's beneficial. You know, for me right now. Paying off the student loan is not gonna be beneficial for me right now. You know what I'm saying? Because this is crunch time. This is crunch time right now. So in crunch time, guess what? Hey, you got very limited amount of time. Very limited, little, tiny bit, not as much time to do what you need to do right now. I will right now, today, I will go look up owner financing land where it's available. I don't care where it's at. I'll go visit it. I make sure there's not a waterlog or swamp that I'm purchasing. Because my land, I purchased sight unseen. I just wanted some land. Because I knew land was, guess what? Going to continue to appreciate, not depreciate. It's going to continue to grow. The value of it going to continue to expand. It's going to continue to go up. It's going to continue to go up. But what you going to do? You can't just sit back and watch and wait and hope or pray for something to happen when the Most High already told you come up out of her and purchase some land and grow your own, eat your own, raise your own. You have to act now, brothers and sisters. You have to act right now. Because if you don't act now, you're going to sit back and wait and watch while you, and I'm being 100, by you and those that you say that you love is going to be in a horrible situation. Horrible situation. I mean, when I say horrible, I mean as probably as, man, it's going to be bad. And please, don't put yourself nor your family in a situation where you can avoid. You can avoid it right now. I'm telling you, get a pen and paper. A lot of people ain't giving you these jewels. A lot of people are not going to give you this. They're going to hold on to it. I'm giving it to you. Share the video to your loved ones. Share a clip it of what I'm saying. Look up, if you don't believe me, owner financing. Do it right now. Owner financing. You don't got to go out there and get no loan. You don't got to depend on the gov. You don't got to depend on no one else but yourself. At the end, you got to depend on yourself. You can't sit there and depend on someone else coming to save you. You better save yourself and your family right now while the opportunity is at hand, while the opportunity is available. Look up owner financing. Give them a call tomorrow. If we hear tomorrow, y'all willing that we are. If we are, then you need to go and make that call to find someone that's an owner financing and see what they require in order to find a piece of land. You need to get on there and do some research today and give them a call tomorrow. You know what I mean? They're going to, so hey, those coming to the room, appreciate y'all for stopping in, checking me out. If y'all don't mind, be so kind, tap that screen 2 times for me. Like, share, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, come on over here, join the Off-Grid Tribe. We accept all. We accept all people. Come on over here. You know what I mean? This is a loving, educated community, to where we going to teach, each one teach one. What we don't know, we all learn together. I don't know everything. You know what I mean? But what I do know, I'm willing to share. You know what I mean? So that's what we about over here. What's that? Government going to build a freeway through your property. Who's that? Bust a meal. What's that? Buster. Hey, if they build a freeway intimate domain, if they build a freeway through my property, guess what? They some bad mother hunches. You know what I'm saying? If they do that, cause I'm in the mountains, they ain't coming up there. See what I'm saying? You gotta pick and choose. You gotta pick and choose wisely when you choose a land. You know what I mean? So right now is an opportunity. You have that option. Right now. In a minute, it may not be that. You may have to get something that's snake or alligator, rodent infested. You know what I mean? Right now, you have an option. So you may have to pay for a little bit. You know what I mean? You may have to pay for a little bit more money. Oh, no problem, bust a meal, no problem. Hey, it has happened. Yeah, absolutely, it happened plenty of times. You know what I mean? Intimate domain. But where I'm at, no, they ain't gonna build no freeway through mine. Like I said, I'm up on the mountain. You know what I mean? Ain't no way a freeway even could come through there. There's no way possible. None. I mean, yeah, none. Trust and believe me. Matter of fact, you stick with me long enough, Buster. You know what I mean? Hey, if you haven't subscribed, come on over here and subscribe, man. Join the tribe, man. Yeah. So, but you'll see. One day I'm gonna take y'all on the on the mini vacay, and I'm gonna show y'all, why I said this, why I said, okay? Because they ain't gonna do that on my property. Now there's some properties, if you near the freeway or highway or state route, it's possibly that could happen. You know what I mean? It could happen. So I don't put that past these people. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, you got to choose wisely. Choose where you're going to be. Choose where you're going to live. And you'll see exactly. You'll be able to tell a little bit if it could happen. Because it happens all the time, like J3 said. It happens all the time. You know what I mean? It happens all the time. But just choose wisely for whoever chooses land. You know what I mean? I'm not going to tell you what to look for. I'm only going to tell you or mention to you what I look for and why I look for my land. I want to make sure it was water. I make sure it was two-way friendly. You know what I mean? If you get the drift, make sure as far as the law, as far as homeschooling, as far as it's a homestead friendly state. You know what I mean? Water, that there was a plethora amount of water that I get a year, a month, a week. So these some of the things in which I look for, as far as making my decision, as well as location, as far as coming out of her. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that y'all do due diligence. Make sure you do your research. Please do your research. Don't rely on what I say or any other YouTuber may say or content creator may say. Do your own research. Get a chance to get an opportunity. Go out there, check it out yourself. Lay eyes on it, before, signing the papers, But if you do happen to go, I know a lot of people saying, well, I don't got no money right now. I don't think I got is on my credit and I got job history or all these things. Hey, check it out. If you got to go that route, I don't advise you to. But if you have to go that route, take that route. Take that route. Whatever you can do to purchase some land, and prayerfully that it's not, you don't need a whole lot of land, y'all. You don't need a whole lot of land. If y'all watched my last video and I showed y'all, I don't know if I showed y'all or not, but if I didn't, when I get back out to the Keisha Town Ranch, I'm gonna show y'all as far as what I'm working with and what all I'm gonna have on my land. And let me tell you, I got quite a bit of land, okay? And what I'm using right now, and everybody already know, as far as do have 7 acres fenced in, right? I have 7 acres fenced in. I'm not even using the 7 acres. I'm not using the 7. I don't even think I'm using an acre. And I'm being real with you. I may be using right now, all the stuff I may put on there, honestly, it may be a 1/4 acre, y'all. A half. It may be a half an acre. Maybe about 50 yards. If that. But for someone saying they want to get 10, 15 acres, why? I mean, unless you have children, and that's another reason why I've gotten so many acreage, because I want to leave a legacy and hand some things down to my children and my children's children. All right, that's the reason why I got the acreage that I got. All right, and my children and my grandchildren, I want to leave something to them. And so, if that's one of your reasons, then I understand. If you want to raise cattle or dairy cows, beef cows, and sheep, goats, or whatever, horses, or whatever it is that you may want to, raise on your land, then hey, I see the purpose and the reason why you may want a lot of land. But if you're not going to do that, you just want some gardens, you want some plants, some trees, or orchard, things like that, you don't need all that. Honestly, an acre of land is plenty. You could do a lot. If y'all don't know what an acre of land is, go on find your nearest football field. Go stand on the football field. A lot of fields, they're open right now. You know what I mean? And go stand on your football field and look around and see and place things where you may want them to go. Right? Say I want to put a cabin over there, size cabin that you may want fit over there. I want to put a shallow well over here. I want a pond for some fish. I want to put my chickens over here. I may have meat birds and I may have egg layers over here. I want to put my sheep over here, let them, run over here. How many sheep that I want for them, I put these over here. I want some goats, I put them over here. I want an orchard, a little small orchard, I put that over there. You know what I mean? Figure it out. You know what I mean? Place things around mentally in your mind. You know what I mean? And do the walking. Walk around it and see. Walk around and see if you get down there to that 100-yard line. Unless you're trying to run your sheep, 5 acres. That's 5 of them football fields that you're standing on. And then you go and you look, and you see how many sheep, according to your county, am I allowed on 1 acre. Some don't have no limit. Some places don't have no limit. You know what I mean? Like where I'm located at, there's no limit of what I can have on there. I can have 50 sheep on a 1/4 acre if I want them on there. There's none of that. There's no rules. There's no regulations. A lot of places that you're looking for are just like that. No rules, no regulations. There's no ordinances. There's no, permits that's needed. There's dwellings that, they ain't no particular dwellings that you can or cannot have. So you're looking for stuff like that. Because if you find places that do, require you permits and, there's certain ordinances and stuff that you have to follow and all that, man, it's like you're being in a subdivision. It's like you're being in the city. You know what I mean? If the land may look good, the place may look good, but guess what? It don't fit what you're trying to do. So you may have to find another place, another state, another location, another county, another city that will require, you to do, what you want to do. Okay? So take that in consideration. Go stand on that football field and mentally place things where you may want them to go. Okay? Because you don't want to just, draw a piece of paper and say, okay, well, this is an acre. is, this many, yards, this many feet, or whatever, whatnot, and you're trying to place little squares and drawings and stuff like that, unless you get a, an aerial view, with a drone or something, or you could go online, and you can find the aerial view of your said, your what's the thing called, your markers, what I mean, as far as your mile marker or whatever. Hey, business, hey, it has happened. Okay, what I mean. So, maybe you could do that, or have a blueprint. Have somebody draw something up. What I mean, with your square footage and stuff like that, and place certain things in certain locations, depending on, what are you trying to do. Because honestly, you're trying to get some sheep, you're trying to get some goat. You don't need no, you don't need no 3-4 acres to run out. Me honestly, I would not do that. You know what I'm saying? You can break them things up in paddocks. You know what I mean? Bring it up in paddocks, an acre. You may break it up in 3-4 paddocks or more. You know what I mean? All depends how many times, how often you want to move, your sheep or your goats around for parasites. They won't get parasites, things of that nature. Chickens, you know what I mean? Me, I'm not gonna be moving my chickens. I'm not gonna free range my chickens. You know what I mean? For a simple fact, I want the compost. I want the poop. You know what I mean? I want the poop. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna use that on my gardens. So those that may want rabbits, those that may want any other animal, you gotta find out why you need them, where you're gonna place them, how many that you want. There's a lot of thinking, a lot of numbers, that goes into homesteading. You don't want to just get out there and start doing a whole lot of things, and don't get nothing accomplished, and you become overwhelmed. And when you get overwhelmed, then next thing you know, you want to go back to the city. That's what's going to happen. If you haven't been out there, if you haven't been off grid, if you have never, been off grid, I advise you maybe go to a camping ground, buy a tent, a nice tent, a well insulated tent. You know what I'm saying? Because this is winter, so you definitely don't want a 3 seasons tent when it's snowing. You know what I mean? But just do what you can do according to your budget. Don't go broke. Don't have to go get a loan. Don't have to borrow no money. Do what you can do according to your budget. But get a 4-season tent. Find you a little wood stove. But you don't need no big one. In a nice insulated 4-season tent. Because that little wood stove is going to run you up out of there. You know what I mean? But do your research. Find out what kind of tent that you may need to get. 4-season tent, all-season tent. Find your little wood stove that's going to best fit it. There's a lot of videos out here. You know what I mean? Just go to YouTube University, Google it. You know what I mean? Whatever you need to do to find out, what you need to get. Then you'll be able to see, what you are made of. You know what I mean? And if you got a wife, you got children, hey, everybody go out there and see, are you able to do it? You know what I mean? And then get you a cabin. You know what I mean? Don't go out there with no RV. Don't go out there with no no trailer. You know what I mean? No bug out trailer. Go out there in a tent. Because you're going to regret if you go out there in an RV. I'm just telling you. I had an RV. And let me tell you, it's a lot of requirements that goes into owning. A lot of maintenance that goes into owning. There's a lot of upkeep that goes into owning an RV. All right. So if you can get you a tent. Get you a tent and work on get you a cabin. There's a lot of cabins that's out here. Only thing you got to do, go in there and put some, insulate it, get the flooring and stuff together, and throw your drywall up there. Get your toilet compost toilet till you get your septic and stuff, together. You know, get your shower. Outdoor, indoor shower. There's a lot of things, a lot of little gadgets now that you can, use a shower, indoors, or outdoors. Either way, however you have it hooked up. I'm just giving you, free game, y'all. Give you free game right now. It don't cost you anything. Only thing I ask you to do, if you don't mind, tapping the screen, liking the video, if I'm making any sense. You know what I mean? Share the video and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I appreciate that. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all watching, and I appreciate those who's going to be watching the replay. If y'all have any questions, feel free, drop it down below, and I read all comments. I appreciate all comments. I don't know everything, and if I'm wrong, then please correct me for those who may know more than I know. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm welcome to, constructive criticism. You know what I mean? So if I'm in error, forgive me. If I'm in error, forgive me. Charge it to my mind, not my heart. Okay? Hey, it's getting bad out here, y'all. It's getting bad, and it's even getting worse. I mean, for real. What do y'all think about what's going on, man? What are y'all plans? I'm giving suggestions, on what you could do and how you can do it. But talk to me. What is your plans? What is the plan for someone who might be watching this video later? You know what I mean? And after the video is over, and if you don't mind, for those who are watching now and those who are going to be watching later, when you watch this video, if you can please leave a comment or some suggestions on what someone would need in order to get up out of the city, even if it's materials or even it's inspiration or motivation or encouragement or prayer or anything in that nature that will help somebody. Just like something that may have came and turned that light on in your brain and sparked you to get you to moving. You know what I mean? What is it that you can give someone if they came to y'all and say, how can I come up out of her? How can I come up out of the city? What do I need to do? Do you have any advice? What would you tell them? What would you tell them? And if you yourself may need something, some help, some as far as when it comes to some suggestions, information, what is it that you may need in order to come up out the city? Because I gave a lot of resources, you know what I mean? But for one, you're not gonna go to the gov and you expect for them to say, okay, I'll give you some money to get off grid. No, they want you on the grid. Because as long as you're on the grid, more money they make. We electric companies, money you make. Gas companies, money they make. Water companies, money they make. Garbage companies, money you make. When you're on grid, when you're connected to the grid, money they take. So long as you're connected, the more money you're giving to them. The more dinero you're giving to them. And as we see what's going on around us daily, constantly, people are losing their jobs. They're losing their houses. They're losing their apartments. They're losing their mental state. They're losing money. Food is outrageously high. It's crazy. Food is way out of control. What you going to do? Aren't you tired of eating plastic, GMO products, fake meat, and feeding it to your children when we wonder why our children are acting in certain ways? But they want them on medications and all these other things. We can prevent a lot of this stuff, y'all, if we just have faith in the Most High and come up out of her, come up out the cities, because it's not doing us no benefit, honestly. I mean, you're in the city right now. If you're in the city right now, you got to go to work, get up in the morning, drop the children off at daycare or to school, pack them a lunch, go to work, stay there for 9 hours. Time you get off, pick the children up about 5 or 6 o'clock. You really don't got time to do their homework with them, spend any quality time with them. You got to lay down yourself, get them school ready, get the clothes ready for them. I mean, what? That is not life. That's a rat race and a hustle and bustle. That's it. Can't really enjoy yourself. Mom and dad working, 1 or 2 jobs. Children at home babysitting, watching themselves, being entertained by PlayStations and Xbox and YouTube channels and Disney Plus for children, and you know what I'm saying? So what? That's not life. That's not what we're designed to do. No, we're designed to get out here, work our own lands, provide substances for ourselves. We want to get out here and raise our own foods that is going in your garden. What's going in your soil. What feed that you're feeding your chickens, your animals. You see what I'm saying? That's what we should be heading for. Not worried about, oh man, go to the grocery store and we got to pay $300 for 4 bags or for a quart of food. You paying $400. You fill that quart up, it's gonna be about $400 to $600. Back in the day, you fill your quart up about $100, maybe $100, $125 max. You can have organic, grass-fed, all the healthy foods. I remember. But now you fill that cart up, that cart going to run you about $300, $400, $500 or more. And that basically a lot of people, that's all they making. That's only extra expenses they had left over. It's about $300, $400. After utilities and insurance and car notes and bills paid around the house and the mortgage and the rent is paid. You got rent now about $3,000, about $3,000 a month. $3,000 a month, man. Y'all fall out if I tell you what I pay for mine. You got taxes, you got subdivision taxes, you got taxes on your house, you got taxes, tax. We're not designed. We shouldn't be paying any taxes. I don't pay any taxes. I'm tax exempt on everything. I'm tax exempt on everything. But I do pay taxes. I do pay land tax. I haven't got there yet. I'm working on that. But my land tax is less than that costs you to fill up your gas, your car, your truck. It's less than that a year. But you got to walk out your door. You in a gated community, you're in a subdivision, but you can walk out your door and you can go to the balcony and shake your neighbor's hand. Hey, fist bump your neighbor. But that house that they're in, costs about $250,000 or more. Easily. That's cheap. Matter of fact, you ain't in no gated community paying no $200,000. I say about $500,000 or maybe more for a home you possibly may not ever own. The way things going now, the way the things going right now, you may not even own that home. And you on a 30-year lease, 30-year mortgage, 30 years, and some even longer. And you 50-some years old now. You working to the man, and then it's hard for even people to retire. You know what I mean? They want you to be 70 years old now before you almost retire. That's one job. Before it used to be 50. Now it's going up to 60 or 70. It's crazy. Man, listen, if I was young and I was once in that situation, I let it go. I had to let it go. I had to let it go. It was too much. It was too much. And I know it's too much for you. So just find some land. Call your bank. If you need to, call your bank. Ask your bank, hey, how do I go about purchasing some land? How do I go about getting some land? You know, how much land you talking about? You don't need 5 acres. You find something with a house on it? Hey, all praise be to the Most High. You got a dwelling on it already? All praise to the Most High. I mean, you got septic on it too. You know what I mean? Only you got to do is fence that thing in. Find something like 200, 300,000. You may got to do a little bit of work on the house. You may not have a house. You may have a double wide, single wide, triple wide on there. Fix that thing up. Bring out your carpentry skills. You know what I mean? Your plumbing. Whatever you got, siding, drywall, whatever you got to do it, do it. It'd be a lot cheaper than where you probably stay at right now. Don't be afraid of the work. Don't be afraid of getting your hands dirty. You know, get you a book. You know what I mean? For your educated brothers, you know, went to school, graduated, went to college. That means you can read. I mean, you can comprehend. Better get you a book and learn. You better take some wood crafting classes or something, you know, in order to get out there. If you don't want to use no money to call a professional, you're going to have to be the carpenter, the plumber, the heater, you know, the heat man, the AC, HVAC, you know, repairman, and more. You can wear many hats. You don't wear hats, scarves, or whatever it is that you're gonna be wearing. You're gonna have to wear it. Go to Barnes and Noble. Take your children to Barnes and Noble. Take your children to Books A Million. Take your children, you know, to somewhere to pick up some books and sit down and read the books. You know what I'm saying? Don't get over, buddy. You know, go somewhere and sit down and read a book. Get a book. Get the book laminated. Hey, if I'm saying something, y'all, if I'm saying anything that making any sense, hey, hit that like button for me. Hit the like button. Say something. You know what I mean? I like it when, make sure my mic is still on. I like it when, you know, I can converse with y'all. You know what I mean? So y'all have any questions? You have anything that you like to suggest? Any comments? You know, hey, drop it down below. Let's talk about it. I know y'all listening, you know, and I appreciate it, you know. But like I said, I don't know everything. You know, if y'all have anything you want to add, something I may have left out, you know, hey, feel free to drop it down there. You know, some things you think I may be wrong about, hey, drop it down there. You know what I mean? Correct me if I'm in error. You know, if I'm making any sense, though, hit that like button for me. I appreciate it. You see, first generational farmer, what are you all today? First generational 27, just subscribe. Hey, I appreciate you, first generational farmer. Appreciate that for that subscription, man. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the tribe, bro. You know, how are you all today? Man, I don't know what I got on there, really. You know what I mean? Something light, real light. I think it's some paper cups or something. You know, hey, they want to pay to transport it. I'll transport it. I think it's some taco shells, for real. It's like, you know, was you in the military? J3. Was you in the military? No, sir. I wasn't in the military, sir. You know what I mean? I was in the military. I always wanted to go to the military when I was younger, but as I got older, you know, I decided, nah. I changed my mind. But I got a lot of friends, a lot of family members that's in the military. With J3, you see me wearing my military stuff all the time. Man, I like the fatigues, man. I got a lot of fatigues, all different colors fatigues, man. I do. Excuse me. Them I'm used to hauling oversized loads, heavy. Okay. Okay, you do oversized. I did oversized too, man. I did it all. You know what I mean? I did oversized low, wide lows. I did reefer drive in. Step decks. I did anything possible that you can haul. Humvees. You know what I mean? Helicopter. I did all of that, man. You know what I'm saying? Out here. Been out here 26 years. Been out here 26 years in highways and byways, sir. You know. Yep, cool. Absolutely, man. Are you still driving out there though? You still driving? You know, you still driving, doing the head haulers? J3, I know you was up in the military, man. I know he's up in there, man. A lot of people ask him, have I been in the military? Nah, I haven't been in the military. I was about to go to the military, but as a contractor. I was going as a contractor. More so I was truck driving. I ain't gonna say 88 Mike. I think that's the maybe the MLS, MSN or whatever. Is a truck driver. I was going in for that. But a lot of stuff was going on at that time too. So I changed my mind on that. You know what I mean? I changed my mind. I'm like, nah, man. Another guy, another friend of mine, he's an ex-MP. He's ex-MP. And he was like, man, let's go on over there. He's telling me how much they making over there. I'm like, woo, that sounds good. But then he told me I had to be escorted, you know what I mean, by the military through maybe treacherous terrain. I was like, oh, no, I pass on that. Money sound good, no, but I'm not going that route. You know what I mean? Money is real good. Real good. I think it was over 200,000. You know what I mean? But shoot, not when they targeted fuel tankers, you know what I mean? Or whatever else I would maybe been transporting through hostile territory. And they sit up there with a darn missile launcher or something to take the trucks out and everything. No. I pass on that. But yeah, I still got family members in the military right now. A lot of them is E7s, E6, E7s. Yeah. I mean, I'm familiar with a little bit of the lingos and certain things going on, but I have not been in the military. Maybe then I wanted to go when I was about 17, 18. That's when I was getting in trouble a lot. But never got the opportunity. I would have been retired anyway. You know what I mean? I got a brother, young brother. He actually retired, from the Navy. I got cousins too that retired, But they got some great benefits and stuff. I got a couple friends, special forces, you know what I mean, as well. And man, it's a lot, Green Berets. I had an uncle that was a Green Beret, Like I said, I have a friend that was I don't know, he's part of this SEAL 17, Yeah, can't go much into that, but yeah. He said I drive for our farm. Okay. What kind of farm? I just haul our own farm equipment and grain. Okay. Yeah, what kind of grain? What kind of grain you haul? What kind of grain you haul? So you just haul the dozers, not the dozers, but the John Deeres, the big tractors and grinders and all that stuff. So you don't get paid. You just get paid as far as what y'all make for the farm. I was going to tell you about tax-free property. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm about to I chop it up to you. I chop it up with you, J3. As far as that, man. But those who know, about trust. I'm gonna have a trust. You know what I mean? So I'll speak on that at another time. I don't want to be on this particular. So if once I become what you call that? Once I become what's that called? Man. I can't even think of the name right now. What is it called when you reach a certain amount on YouTube? I can't even think. It's right on my brain. Oh man! Once you reach a certain amount on YouTube, you can maybe you can have like Patreon or stuff like that. They can pay, you know, and they have certain access to certain things. I can't think of the name off the rip. I'm picturing it, but I don't know what it is. Having a moment right now. Can't think of it. But anyway, you know, hey, I appreciate all of y'all. Like I said, I'm not going to hold y'all. I'm at the hour mark. I'm not going to hold y'all too long. But I appreciate all of y'all who stopped in, checked me out. You know, those that like the video, those have subscribed. You know, all my moderators, mods, I appreciate y'all for stopping in and helping me out. Appreciate that. You know, hey, y'all keep coming back in, checking me out. I know you haven't seen me for a minute. You know, I know y'all take a time out, you know, to come in. I appreciate that. Really do. Really means a lot. You know, for those that shared the video, that liked the video, that subscribe, I appreciate that too. You know what I mean? Y'all continue. Let's see. Definitely will come back, enjoy the live. Hey, I appreciate that. First generation farmer. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate you stopping in. You know, hey, for those who coming in, you know, if y'all can hit that like button for me, I appreciate it. And maybe go back, listen to the replay, and hopefully and prayerfully that y'all get something out of the video that can spark y'all to moving and grooving, getting some land, you know, growing your own and eating your own. Hey, I appreciate it. And so say until next time, I'm the off-grid trucker out here on the highways and byways. Peace, blessings. Shalom.